What's going on? It's Mo Bounce, Z100. Welcome to the studio. Camila, Cabello, what's up?
What's up?
How are you?
I'm so good.
Because you don't come here every day because you don't work here.
I know.
So we only...
6 months.
I know, and that's kind of a long time.
I know, like it.
Yeah, I know, like it.
I know. I got here from Miami a few hours ago, so I'm running on not a lot of sleep. I got here at like 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so happy to be back in New York because
Yeah.
I love my fans here in New York, and they were all mad at me because I haven't been here in 6 months.
Well, they're all outside, so when you leave here,
Yeah.
you'll be taking lots of selfies, just so you know.
Yeah, I saw him at the airport last night too.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
But yeah, it's been really fun. I'm having such a good time, and I'm just loving life.
Are you ready to have your baby?
I am ready.
See,
to
I
have my
say,
baby.
okay, I'm glad you got that. She's not having an actual baby. It's
Oh,
her
wait.
album.
I'm talking about an actual
Stop
baby. I'm just kidding.
it! Stop it!
I'm just kidding.
Exclusive at Z100.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
No,
Sorry,
we're
Mom.
not. We're clearing the air. We're talking about her album.
Yeah.
So is September like concrete?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
kidding. No, yeah, September. It's September. I'm basically pushing to maximum amount of writing time.
That's what I was
And,
listening to Elvis Duran this morning
I'm
because you were on.
harassing everybody.
Yeah, but I was listening this morning and
I'm
you were
like,
like,
"Roger!"
yeah, like one more song.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
10 more.
It's just hard because I just feel like when is it really done? Like it really never is. You just have to let it go.
That's what I wanted to ask you as an artist, and people who listen to your music or anybody's music are like, wow, this is great. Here's the album, I love it. Oh my gosh, but like. If you dissect it a little bit, not the album, but dissect the process of it, people don't realize that you probably have 30, 40, 50. I mean, you could have hundreds of songs, and then you have to actually choose what's going to, especially your first solo album, like, what do you put on it, and what's, like, not going to make the cut? You know what I mean?
Totally.
So it's got to be,
I definitely have, like you said, those that are, like, they have, like, 40 songs.
Yeah.
And then I've whittled it down, but I feel like it just makes me anxious to know that there's always one that could be better, that could be written.
But see, that's the anal part. Like, you're
know?
always, like, constantly, like, oh, it's this one. One more. It's like, no, but we have the perfect. You have to kind of trust your first instincts, I guess.
But, I mean, people are going to take it away from me. They're going to be like, okay, you have to put it out now. But
Leave the
because I also
pen.
want to, because I feel like, if it were up to me, I would keep working on it. But then I also want my fans to have a body of work to listen to.
Yeah. To let it marinate too
that's
and really get
why
a feel.
I'm gonna at some point have to be like in September I'll have to be like, that's it.
Or just come out with a double album. Just be the greatest hits already. Done.
I think I'm always gonna be putting out music, but yeah.
Well, the hurting, the healing, the loving, that's the album title.
Yeah.
And that's a lot to digest. I mean, for you, obviously, because especially for a first album to put everything into it. What is the best part? Hurting, healing, or loving? And, most people may just say loving.
I would say the healing, because
Yeah.
I feel like that's the pivotal point, where you feel like there was a point where you didn't
Almost closure, maybe? That's like the closure of it?
it's kind of like the pier of sunshine after it's been really dark.
Yeah.
Or
And anybody can relate to that. Anybody.
Yeah, it's like the first, when you are going through, I mean, this album is not really about like a romantic breakup for me, but if you're going through a breakup or any heartache and you've been like sad, you've been crying, when somebody makes you laugh, that you're like,
That's healing right there.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just like, it's going to be okay. I think that's the best moment. I love it when things take a twist.
Yeah, because, that's what makes things interesting anyway.
Absolutely.
And you don't mean for that to happen. It's just called
Just
life.
Absolutely.
It just happens, and you get to write about it and give it to the world.
Absolutely.
Which is
And I
amazing
feel like
about
it's
it.
kind of an addicting feeling. Like, I feel like now I just want to always be experiencing new things and feeling new things,
Yeah.
because then I have more stuff to write about.
I love this. You're so deep.
Thank you.
No, that's real. No, does it feel good? Like, do you hear yourself ever, or?
No, I hate hearing my voice. in
Really?
here. Like sometimes.
That's like radio DJs. We don't like hearing our own voices.
Oh my God, really?
My commercials come on. I'm like, turn it down.
That is so interesting.
Yeah, it's like I
Because
guess
that's kind of like your songs.
yeah,
like
it's our craft. That's what we
Yeah,
do.
totally.
And it's like, oh, that's annoying, or like,
Yeah, because sometimes my family, they're like my biggest fans, and they'll be just hearing my interviews or something when I'm in the house.
and they're proud of. That's why they want to listen. They're proud of you.
Yeah, no, yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
I'm literally like, mommy, turn off, please. I just don't like it. It makes
Yeah.
me. Ugh.
Well, speaking of interviews, let me go through a funny headline the other day, which obviously it's from when you were at Capital FM, a radio station overseas.
Yeah.
But the headline reads, Camila Cabello covered Despacito and put Justin Bieber to shame.
I didn't do that.
I know you didn't. That's why I'm bringing up these stupid headlines.
Justin Bieber.
I know you do. You didn't. You just sang the song. You didn't say anything about him.
Oh, I thought. Okay, got it. Okay. I read that wrong. I interpreted that wrong.
Like, oh, let me see Camila put him to shame. No, he didn't.
Got it.
No.
Okay. See, they got me. They would have gotten me.
Yeah. See, you would have clicked that. And be like, what'd they say?
I clicked that bait right there. I love Despacito. It's so good.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is that because things were going around with him like not remembering the lyrics. I get it though. Like that's a feature he did on a song.
Of course, he doesn't speak Spanish.
Yeah, so can you go to a little bit of defense on Justin for a second because people are tearing him apart.
I mean, I feel like I don't know. I just don't really think it's not that big a deal. I mean, I think he did such a good job.
Yeah, he did. I was like, yo, you rolled your R's like, whoa.
Yes, he killed it.
Us people that are lighter skinned and don't speak Spanish, rolling R's is an art.
It really
and
is.
he did it, and I was like, what?
Yeah, and I feel like for the Latin community, it's really cool that, one of the biggest stars in the world
embraced it.
Put us up like that.
I like that.
And I mean, it was already a really big song, but I feel like he took it even further and made it into a global thing. So I think it's really cool for the culture, and I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
So
leave him alone.
It's definitely it's probably hard to. I mean, I don't expect him to be able to memorize.
Yeah, my wife speaks Spanish, and we've been married for almost 3 years, and I still don't know any of it. Yeah. And I'm like, so I can't imagine him learning a song in because apparently like 48 hours it took him to learn it, and then he cut it.
And it's a wordy chorus.
Yeah.
It's not just like.
I still don't know what's going on there. But it's amazing, but whatever. All right, let's talk more about you two. Crying in the Club. Oh my goodness. I just have to admit something to you. This is a song. There's many songs you can sing in the shower. But for a man to sing this song. I'm talking about myself here, okay? This is it's just that song where you.
Can you give us a preview?
No, I cannot give you a preview.
Rub the soap.
Yeah, I don't do that part. That's the part I'm not gonna want to do though.
That's so awesome.
But
thank you.
Yeah, but this is our first taste of you, and there's a lot going on in that song too.
Yeah.
And anybody can interpret it the way they do. That's why you say all the time, like, I'm not going to talk about specifics on situations. I'm going to let people determine for themselves how it could relate to them. And that's this song, like completely, like every lyric you could put to almost anything going on.
And I feel like when I say that, I mean, just because everybody obviously asked me, what is it about? Like, what were you hurting about? Of course,
that's the first question on anything,
loving about. And I really just mean whatever whatever that stuff is. Like, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna.
Well, that's the personal part of it. The song is for everybody.
Absolutely.
The feeling is personal.
Absolutely.
That's how I. That's
well said.
I mean, that's what I think anyway.
Yeah, totally.
But also, Machine Gun Kelly came in recently, which he's the homie right there.
What a dude.
Yeah, I know. And so it was the day your song came out. He came into Z100. So I said naturally, I'm like, hey, you had a song with her and your homies. Like, what do you think of the song? Any advice? And he's like, I was there. I don't remember where he said you guys were, in the bathroom like saying on the floor.
Wingo Tango, yeah.
Yes, that's what he said out in LA. And he's like, and he said that you were afraid to be like, am I putting too much in? Am I putting too many feelings? He's like, no, be real, be you.
Yeah, because I literally just cried in my first music, like the first 10 seconds. I'm like.
Yeah, but that's part of it. That's the thing. That's why we have such amazing songs from you, is because you were crying because you have feeling and emotion in it.
Thanks.
But that was his advice. Is that advice that everybody's been giving you, or are you getting all different types of advice? But his advice was just be real. Don't give him any fluff. Just
no. I mean,
be 100%.
I definitely think that's an artist advice because we obviously we know that the most satisfying way to make art is for it to really come from you and to for it to be something that's true to you, and artists know that. So I think that that's amazing. That's definitely not the advice that everybody gives you though, because everybody wants different things.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Just realistically, it's like the label wants this and this and this. But I feel like the most important thing I've learned is that I have to listen to myself, because at the end of the day, it's really important to me that when I look back on, because nowadays it's like whatever music you put out there on Spotify, Apple Music, that's like your portfolio. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's just important to me that whatever.
That's your resume.
Exactly. That whatever I put out there, that I look back on it and I'm like, yeah, that made sense. Or, you know what I mean? So I just know that I have to do what feels right, and it doesn't matter.
Do what's in your heart.
Absolutely.
Because I heard a word of advice many years ago, and this quote like really stuck with me. And I don't mean to get too deep here, but like saying no to someone is saying yes to yourself.
Absolutely.
And that just goes so far. And if you just say no to you gotta say yes to some things, but if you just say yes to yourself more, that puts yourself, because we have one life, and at the end of the day, that's all you got.
Absolutely. And that's the only way to feel good about the decisions you're making. Because I feel like the few times that I haven't listened to my gut instinct and I went with what everybody else was telling me to do, even if it worked or even if whatever,
it didn't feel right.
It didn't feel good. I was like, damn, I would have rather done it my way and, it'd be...
Yeah.
So that's
or taking a chance. Sometimes even if you don't, if you're going with your gut and you're like, man, I really want to do this, but I don't know if it's right. But taking that chance is enough for you to be like, I need to do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on everything.
Damn, we freaking...
I know we got all deep here. I didn't mean to bring you down or anything, but like, I just feel like we could be on that level.
No, I love talking about this stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like it's, it's just real.
Yeah, it's real. And that's what we're getting from you so far, and that's what we're so excited for in September.
Thanks.
Is there anything that's going to super surprise us?
There is one, and I'm actually debating whether or not it's going to be on there. But
well, now you said that, you have to put it on there. Like,
yeah, I think people.
Eventually, someone will hear it, whether it's
actually,
next album or not.
I had like a little listening party thing.
Yeah.
With some fans, and they heard it, and they actually loved that one. And
yeah.
I was
Okay.
Like,
makes you scratch your head a little bit.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Camila. Thank you so much for coming by Z100.
Thank you.
As always, we love you.
I love you,
and
man.
thanks for hanging out.
Thank you for having me.